Hey everybody, I thought it's time for me to share the top 10 mistakes people make when traveling. I was actually going to wait till I got home to film this particular episode, but I'm in Canada right now, so that's why I get to rock my favorite flannel shirt. It's winter here, and since moving to Arizona, I don't get to wear it anymore. But anyhow, I was going to head to the airport, but I saw Lightroom needed an update, so I thought this would be something quick, and I've got 45 minutes till I check out. And I still have 60% left in the download to go, so we'll see what happens here. I may have to be carrying my laptop out. Anyhow, let's talk about my top 10 mistakes people make when traveling. Number one, the one that drives me insane is when people are late for their flights, or worse yet, what if you miss your flight? So think about it. You have spent all that time in planning, you have packed, you have gotten everything at home ready for you to be gone for a week or two, all that anticipation, and you miss your flight. I mean, this is a really easy one to avoid. You get there early. All right, it's no brainer. You get to the airport early. The one thing that will mess up your entire vacation is if you don't even go on your vacation. So make sure you make it to the airport in time, and also make sure you're at the gate at least 10 minutes before the posted boarding time, because I notice a lot of airlines actually start boarding about 5 minutes ahead of time. All right, number two, and I learned this one the hard way, not photographing your luggage. So let's say you land at an airport and nobody speaks your language and your luggage is gone. So it's kind of hard to communicate with the airline's luggage staff. Now they usually have like a picture of different types of luggage. Well, you know what? It's really good if you have a picture on your phone as well. So I always travel with a backpack and usually a carry-on, so I have all three of those, my checked-in bag as well, in the same picture so they can see size. And that helps to communicate what your luggage looks like. But also never lose that claim ticket, because that's your proof the airline actually has your stuff. And you can get a little bit more money out of it if they permanently lose it. All right, number three, not separating your identification from your financial assets. So this is what I do. Obviously, I carry a passport and I have a driver's license. So I put a credit card here and a credit card here. And then, of course, I keep them separate. The idea is if my pocket gets picked, chances are they're not going to get both. And I usually like to keep something, at least one of these on me. And if I have zip pockets, I'll keep both of them with me when I'm actually in transit. Now, when it comes to the hotel room or the Airbnb, what have you, I'll put these in the vault, and I'll only keep in this wallet an identification in one of those credit cards and then some local currency. Again, the whole idea is if your stuff gets stolen, you still have some identification left. Now, the bad side is if this is the one that gets stolen, you're going to have a lot of trouble getting back in the country. So stay tuned for the number 10 mistake people make. Number four, not sanitizing your spot on the airplane. People, I carry a bag of sanitary wipes. I got wet ones here. All right, so here's the thing. When you are about to eat off that tray table, how many babies' dirty rear ends have been on that tray table? How many diapers have been changed? That's right, you don't know, neither do I. So when I get on board that plane, I'm lucky enough because of my status with my airline, I'm in boarding group 1, so I usually get about 2 or 3 minutes before I get somebody sitting with me. I already have these things in hand. I sanitize the armrest, I sanitize the seatbelt buckle, I sanitize the tray, the little knob that lowers the tray, the top of it, I sanitize the whole thing. And then I have another one of these in my pockets just in case. Number 5, not carrying a bottle of water. Now this one, you can see I'm about done with it, but I'm going to put it in my carry-on, empty. so I can carry through security and then fill it back up again. I'm in Canada. Water here is safe to drink. But when you're on a flight, a particularly long one, it's maybe a little difficult to get a hold of something to drink if you're thirsty. But also when you land in a foreign country, particularly one where the water quality is not acceptable, you've already got a bottle of water with you. So make sure you have these. Also, if you have to take any medication, you've got water with you. So make sure you're carrying a bottle of water. All right, number 6. Not signing your passport. People, when we land in foreign countries, they constantly tell you to sign your passport. Here's the deal. When I landed in Germany for the first time, I was told if my passport is not signed when I get to customs, it's a $1,000 fine. And no, they will not let you pull out a pen and sign it right there. So make sure you sign your passport to avoid fines. Now here's another little extra tidbit. If you get some type of an entry card put into your passport, or you have to fill the document, they give you an entry card receipt, put it in your passport. For example, leaving Mexico, I had some friends, a family of 5, and they discarded those cards, even though it was written on there that you need this to exit the country. I think they had like a $150 fine per person to leave the country. Otherwise, they weren't going to be allowed to leave. So sign these and keep any documents that are put inside of these by any custom official. All right, number 7, not having a change of clothes. So in my bag, I actually have a late Saturday flight. I'm leaving Saskatoon at 5, heading to Calgary. I have a few hours, and then I head to Phoenix. Well, here's the deal. Number 1, what if it's winter? What if the airport gets closed by a snowstorm? What if there's a mechanical issue? What if the flight's overbooked? So what I'm planning on doing tonight is, if the flight's overbooked, I am going to take the money and the hotel room and the free meal voucher that the airline's going to give me, and then I can apply that the voucher to my next flight. I've picked up as high as $1,000 for a flight that's just 30 minutes long by waiting 3 hours. So I'm really hoping to score one of those tonight. So of course I have a complete change of clothes with me, and also an extra set of workout gear just in case whatever airport hotel they put me in has a gym, so I can take advantage of it. So again, my travel is flexible. I do have to be home by late Sunday, so this should work out fine. I'm really hoping that Air Canada overbooks tonight. All right, number 8, not booking your lodging early. So I took my wife to Europe some time ago. Here was it last year. We're in Austria, and they're playing John Denver in the beer garden. And we decided that we just decide where to go, just be completely free. And well, before we left, I looked up a lot of Airbnb places where we were thinking about going, so we'd have several choices, and I saved them in my Airbnb profile. So if we decide to go to that city, I can quickly look them up. The problem is that because we decided maybe a day before we left where we're heading, they were all taken. And we went to the beautiful village in Switzerland called Zermatt, right at the base of the Matterhorn. Incredible hiking. All right, it was the end of ski season, but the hiking season was started. The problem is we paid about $150 a night more than what we actually had to if we would have booked in advance. So yes, I like the freedom of being able to move around and travel and do whatever I want, but when it comes to money, it pays to book a place a week or 2 ahead of time, just so you're not getting overcharged by having to do a last-minute hotel booking. All right, number 9. Okay, I said this was going to be number 10, but it's number 9. Not knowing how to contact your embassy. So sometimes bad things happen. There could be a natural disaster, completely unpredictable. All of a sudden, political unrest. There could be some type of an emergency and your government needs to evacuate all their citizens. How do they know they're there? For Americans, go to state.gov and you can register with our embassies in whatever countries you're going to be in. You can give them your travel itinerary, how to contact you, so that if that area of the world goes into some type of turmoil and we need to have every American evacuated, they know how to get to you and get you your evacuation information. Now, the other thing, by knowing how to contact them, what if your passport's stolen? So I do carry a picture of my front page of my passport also in my wallet, so if the passport's stolen, I at least have the information I need to reapply for a passport quickly, because otherwise I can't leave the country and come back to the US. So make sure you know how to contact the embassy or the consulate wherever you're staying. And also, if you want, on Google Maps, just put their addresses in and save them so that you can quickly get to them if necessary. Number 10. Not asking for compensation when something goes wrong. Alright, so I'm on a 15-hour flight from Singapore to San Francisco. It's like working a long day because you leave early in the morning. Yeah, it's just basically like a long day, really long day. So I had work piled up on my laptop ready to go. I was going to get a lot done, no problem, except I had the only row on that plane where I didn't have any power. The power did not work. So yeah, everybody else was using their power outlets, so I couldn't really pass my cable under the seat. So what I did is, when I landed, I contacted the airline and let them know the problem, and I got a $300 travel voucher. So the next time I fly, $300 off. Alright, so that's my top 10 things that people do wrong when they travel. I'm sure as I continue through the years, that list will change, and I'll update this every once in a while. But anyhow, guys, it looks like my Lightroom update is getting close to finishing, and I need to I'm already pack that gear and get out of the hotel room and get to the airport. So anyhow, stay tuned. We got plenty of adventures coming up. I've got plenty of photography tips coming up. So I'm going to get to the airport, and all of you, remember, never stop exploring.
We know sunshine where she's gone. It's not warm when she's away.